Well, today's November 10th, and this is the end of my Kentucky hunt. I'm fixing to head toward Indiana and see what I can do there.
Don killed him a big old doe, a buck-sized doe this morning.
I bet this doe weigh. What do you think she'll weigh? That's a 160-pound doe if I ever saw one. 150, 160-pound doe.
Yeah, she'll weigh 150, 160 with the guts in for sure.
I think this has got to be the biggest doe I ever killed. Got a big old head on her. So anyway, it's gonna be my last day in Kentucky. I've seen a lot of deer, had a good time. Wasn't able to get the deer that I wanted to kill. Mike had him all up under his stand and wouldn't shoot him. Got some incredible footage to show you guys.
Maybe he'll blow up. You can kill him next year.
Maybe it was a good thing we didn't kill him this year, because he was asking for it. I'm surprised you didn't put an arrow through him. You got a lot more self-control than I do. Last day I texted Mike on the phone. I said, Mike, you want me to shoot you a doe? He says, well, he didn't text me back for a long time. And I texted him again. I said, well? And then he said yes. Good thing he said yes when he did, because they were just fixed to start walking off, and they stopped right at an acre tree close by and gave me a shot. I seen one the other day that was this big. I thought it was a buck coming through the woods. These Alabama boys ain't used to seeing deer. We see a body like this, we go buck, buck. We know it's a buck. A lot, man. That's some good footage, I guess. And it's supposed to rain pretty much all day long. Thunderstorms in and out. Possibly all night tonight, and it may clear up sometime tomorrow. If it does, then we'll be trying to get out there in the woods doing some hunting. Probably ain't gonna do any hunting today. I will do all the scouting that I can today in the rain, and I'm gonna be looking for super fresh sign, obviously, but I'm gonna be looking for big massive rubs, and I might be able to find some muddy scrapes and just deer sign in general, and looking for funnel areas. The rut is in full swing up here. Deer chasing. Some are locked down, some are in between, so it's gonna be one of them days where you could see a deer come from basically any direction. So you want to kind of try to find an area that if they do come through, you can possibly get a bow shot. Man, fields around here look like lakes. It has flat come down. This rain is non-stop. This bottomland don't drain off too well, but we fixing to get into Indiana, I think, right here. And I stopped at Walmart, got a few items. I guess I'm ready for my trip. That's one funky looking bridge right there. I'd hate to be the engineer that designed this thing. Well, here I am in Indiana doing a little bit of deer scouting. Been up on some ridge tops, down in some gullies, bluff gaps. You'd think Indiana would be flat, but there's some cliffs around here. I found a few of them. Found a couple of bed areas, doe bedding. Found one buck bedding that's, I mean, he's pretty active in there. Not a lot of deer sign right now. It's been pouring down rain, so every deer sign you see is going to be fresh. And it's hot, so you guys, I got the AC turned on. You know, when an Alabama boy has to turn the AC on, you know it's hot. Ready for some of that cold weather y'all keep talking about. Send it to me. I didn't jump a single deer on my whole entire scout trip. I ain't seeing a lot of good deer sign that I want in this spot. There's one decent little buck in there. He's tearing some trees up, some fresh sign in there. Found a couple places where he'd been laying in a bed area on a ridge top. It's might be a good spot. We'll see. Sitting on top of a ridge top. Kind of got a little bit of a bedding point right here. Got some brush and big blow down. There's a couple of beds in there, a lot of rubs around here. These trails all intersect right here close to the tree. There's a couple of scrapes up there. They haven't been worked recently, but we had some really hard rains, so they may have been worked last night. I haven't been over there to check them. I just come in here before daylight and got set up. I tell you what, there's a bunch of squirrels around here. But today's Veterans Day, and I just want to tell all you baby-faced boys out there that let Uncle Sam help you become a man. Happy Vet Day. And just so you know, a real man belongs to God. Put your heart there. It's worth it. You know, when you think of Indiana, you don't think about big old bluffs, cliffs, rocks protruding out the sides of hills. But they got it. You think of flatland, crop fields, miles and miles of it. Not where I'm hunting. Good morning. Today's November 12th. I come in here and set up, and I've been waiting on a northeast wind to hunt this spot. You only got 4 days to hunt, and here I am waiting on winds. But that little old buck come by me. That's not what I'm after. And I saw no less than 10 other trucks coming in this area. There's flashlights all over the woods coming in at dark. So I'm packing it up and I'm getting out of here. This is insane, the amount of hunting pressure that's in this spot. And I'm fixing to go find me some super thick, nasty cover that maybe a big buck might hide from all these jokers. I think that little buck was just walking through. He didn't have a clue anything was going on. Didn't look like he was sniffing a trail that maybe a hot doe walked. If I even thought for a second that he was on a trail of a hot doe coming through here, I'd stick around no matter what. But it didn't look like that. Time for us to pack up and go. You know, I done seen 2 trail cameras and 2 ladder stands. You can't go anywhere on this public down here without running into this stuff. Well, that makes the 3rd cell camera I found. Guy got this place covered up with cell cameras. Well, we got 3 scrapes right here in a triangle. Wonder if it's man-made or because the cell camera is just about, yeah, 15 yard over there. You got 3 scrapes here in a triangle. One of the licking branches is broke, so I think deer might be working the one. Good morning. Today's November the 13th. I just now got set up. It's daylight. I scouted my way in here and I jumped a pretty nice buck. One that I believe I would like to take. And he acted kind of weird, like he didn't know what I was. So when he ran off down the hill, I snuck around. I got up, set up real quick. I think I'm on the trail that he was wanting to use to begin with. And got quiet. Once I got up the tree, I made a little noise. Started bleating and grunting. I'm just going to sit back and wait. See if he sneaks back up here to see what I am. Maybe I'll get an arrow in him. Curiosity killed the cat. I hear the squirrels barking over there. I'm hoping they're barking at him. Maybe he'll come back this way. See what I was. I don't think he knew what I was. Good morning. Today's November the 14th. I've set up in the same place I tried to set yesterday evening. I found this place on the second to last day. And I already had one buck come through, but it was too dark to film. Maybe some more come through. He looked like about a 120-inch deer. I'm checking out with a binos about 10 yards from the tree. I think I'm going to have a good morning. Yeah. I don't even know if he can hear me or not. Yeah. Yeah. He ain't paying no attention whatsoever. Ain't that something? Yeah. Yeah. I can't believe it.
That was perfect, dude.
What was?
That shot. He come up there, dude, it was like something you can see on TV or something. And I thought it was a squirrel. I'm sitting there looking at, I'm facing the tree in my saddle, and I looked, and there he was, just standing there. Well,
Okay, Bob. Huh? Yeah.
inches.
Say 17 and a half.
I just put my elbow to my fingertips in
I
there.
think he's 130 range.
He's gonna push. He gonna go poke young. He good even. Good and even. Got good mass.
I'm just talking about if you measure the mouth, I think he'd be 130. What are you saying, 133?
Back that card up, boss.
I think he's gonna be close.
You want to get up back there and take the picture?
Give me your phone.
I don't really. Huh?
Give me your phone.
I thought you said you dropped it.
He dropped out of the tree, man.
Oh, and you had to go get it.
It was up on you. We done drove this stuff 300.
I can't.
You just gonna have to hold him. Tell us a story.
Well,
Move that cart just a little bit there.
coming in to this place, we met a young man at the thing
Uh-huh.
that was squirrel hunting. Said he wanted to learn how to deer hunt. And I figured since we was on a men's group retreat, that I'd invite him to come up there and get mentored by some guys that knows what they're doing, so he could have a good start at it. And he probably gonna come.
And we out here dragging a deer. We ain't even get to talk to him. You have to come again.
He'll if he comes once, he'll come again.
He-
So, anyhow, we scouted this place out, hem of our pants, got up the hill there. I first told Bart to go up the hill. I was going to stay down here, but he said he was going to go, and if he'd have went where he said he was going to go, I believe he'd have seen him. But he went up that way, and
Turn this way, Joe.
went over there and rattled. And I think that's what brought him in here, was rattling. And I bleeded a few times. And I said, you know, I'm going to get up this tree and I'm going to sit about, you know, what, hour and a half, whatever, 2 hours. And then I'm going to get down and go home or go back to the cabin. Not going to see anything in here today, scouting, running all around in here and stuff.
First time
So I
since.
didn't go up the tree but about probably 12 feet. I pulled a Bob. And Bob, there's your lesson right there. You ain't got to be high to kill a deer. You just need to get up out of the line of sight.
That's right.
Because he was 8 yards from me and I wasn't 10, 12 feet up the tree. And he come up that hill and got behind a tree, and I got my bow off the tree, off the hook, and pulled back on him, and he heard me or something because he looked dead at me, and I had to put it right here in his shoulder down because he was kind of let's see, he was like that. He was about like that right there. He was just a little bit quartered away, not dead straight.
Mm-hmm.
And I run it down in him, but it wasn't 8 yards. He had no choice. He couldn't duck it. There wasn't no way he's gonna duck 8 yards.
So how many pins on your bow?
I just got one.
One pin sight?
Yeah.
See, if you'd had 4 pins, you could have put all 4 pins on him at that distance and still got him.
Yeah, probably.
So you rattled him in. What was the setup? What made you sit there?
Well, I got up the hill. So there's a ridge right up here.
Mm-hmm.
And I could see a flat spot up there once I got over on the other side of the creek. And there was a little deer trail. I went up that deer trail. I mean, you know, me and you've been walking.
Like a bench?
Yeah, a bench.
Yeah. You got on the high side of the bench or the low side?
Well, I got up there and I had to cross this ditch. And right on this side of that ditch, I seen a scrape. And I was like,
There you go.
And I was like, so I kept walking a little bit, seen another scrape. And I said, no, I'm going to set up right here. This is as good as any. I seen where he could come from the way he came, which was downhill back up to me, or he could come off top of one of these ridges, you know.
And go around that head of that ditch.
And the head of that ditch, sure
That's
did.
where you set up.
So we talked about thermals,
Mm-hmm.
and I was thinking it's afternoon, my thermals are dropping. I need to be right by this ditch so it'll pull my thermals
Suck it
down.
right down the hole.
Yep. And it pulled it down in there.
And you rattled him in.
And he rattled.
Oh, okay.
He wouldn't. He was probably what 100 yards from me.
I was about 200 or 300 from.
Well, it sounded like it didn't sound like he was far, but he was right behind me. I'm facing that way up the hill, and he would rattle, and I would doe bleat from over here. He'd rattle, I'd doe bleat, and
He couldn't stand it, could he?
I guess not. He had to come over and see.
So
what
you
was
think
up.
he was probably working downwind of the rattling?
His hocks are just barely black, and dude, this is a huge animal.
It is. If you had to guess, do you think he was working downwind of the rattle?
So the wind was blowing this away,
Mm-hmm.
and he come from that way. So he was doing
So
a
not-
crosswind.
I
Okay.
was over here.
Yeah.
I was
So-
on this side of the hill.
He had the wind to his back to the rattling then.
Yeah, he had the wind. Basically, he had the wind to his back and on his left side.
That's interesting how these deer do that a lot.
Yeah.
I've noticed they walk with a back quarter wind when they come into open woods, so they can see what they're walking into and smell what's behind them in the thick stuff. You're on a thick edge, right?
Yeah.
Assuming?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's wide open.
It's wide open.
Now it may get thick back in there, where he come from.
Mm-hmm.
That's what when I got up the tree, I noticed that, and I was like, well, maybe he'll come on.
I've
in.
noticed they walk a lot with the wind to their back in open woods. I don't know why that is. I guess they can just see where they're going a lot easier than they can smell.
Anyway, come here, help me up.
We got ways.
You got to get up now.
We got
yeah.
ways to go get that thing. Climber or saddle?
Me? Jed hunts out of a saddle.
Yeah, I know that.
I hunt out of a climber, a lock on, and on the ground. That's my 3 ways of hunting. We got her strapped down there. If these boys would get back with that tree stand, and Bowie left everything in the woods and just come running out of here getting help. The man's excited. That's a nice buck. Pretty nice buck right there.
Them horns gonna go in there.
Hey, them horns ain't that tall. Well, they are. They dragging on the gate. How about that?
I thought you were gonna get on the ground to see what's so bad. Yeah.
We get all the way down here.
All of a sudden I heard something weird. It almost sounded like something smashed. And I heard him kind of holler and scream.
Well, today's my last day in Indiana. I got in here well before daylight. Got set up. I'm actually watching 4 scrapes. So I've got 4 individual scrapes, and I'm just going to sit here and stare at them. I had one buck come through before it got daylight, and he was literally almost dead under my tree. And he took his time walking through. He wasn't in no hurry. He kind of sniffed around all in here and then left. And it wasn't supposed to rain today, but it's been pouring down raining. Then it stopped. Then it poured down again. Then it stopped. This whole trip's been like this. It's been hot, windy, rainy, hot, windy, rainy, hot, windy, rainy. We've had maybe 2 really, really good days of hunting, and one of them days, I saw lots of deer. I've been seeing deer, but the Indiana trip is kicking my butt. I've never hunted here. It's all public. I don't know where I'm going to start. I've spent the majority of my time scouting and not hunting. And I guess on the second to last day, I finally found something that I'm interested in. This is about as good a sign as I've found anywhere. There's some enormous rubs in here, and they're fairly fresh. And behind me out in the power line is a lot of rubs where they've just shredded the little pine trees. So this is my spot for today. I'm gonna try to sit here all day if I can. It's gonna be tough. Not today.